To this news conference here with Sergeant Michelle Anaya from Virginia State Police and also the Commonwealth's attorney, Stephanie Morales.
They were talking about the shooting this morning outside the Walmart at 7:35 a.m. An 18-year-old man, a shoplifting suspect who left the Walmart. A struggle ensued with a police officer and then shots were fired.
That's right. Well, we've been on this story since it happened. We have team coverage now. We have Deanna LeBlanc and Joe Fisher there in Portsmouth. Let's start with Deanna.
Yeah, Tom and Nicole, and you just heard it from Sergeant Michelle Anaya. The new information we just received, it was an 18-year-old male. He was allegedly shoplifted from this Walmart. That's when police were called. That one officer came. That's when the struggle, Michelle Anaya says, ensued. They really did not have a lot of other details to provide, but today I did speak with a man who works at a construction site just about 100 yards from where I'm standing. He says he witnessed it all. Take a listen to what he had to say. A regular day at the job site for crane operator Paul Akey quickly changed Wednesday morning.
I saw the guys up on the top was there started yelling, "Hey, look what's going on over there." So I took and looked over there from the crane, and I saw the confrontation between the police officer and this gentleman.
Just after 7:30 a.m., Akey says 50 yards from his truck window, he saw a Portsmouth police officer struggle with another man in front of this Walmart sign.
It looked like at one time he had a handcuff on him, like his left hand was behind him, and the cop had him. And then all of a sudden, the guy went nuts and started wailing on the cop.
Akey says from his vantage point, the officer appeared to be alone. No partner, no backup.
And it looked like the cop had tased the guy. And guy got a little blitz and sit there, looked like he knocked the tasers out or whatever, and then started wailing on the cop.
From what he could see, Akey says the officer backed up, then drew his weapon.
And he backed up a good 10 feet or so. And the cop, yes. And the guy came at him, and the cop took him. We heard two shots, and the cop took and shot him. And the guy fell. I mean, he went down quick.
For most of the afternoon, Walmart and a portion of Frederick Boulevard were closed. Portsmouth police seemed to secure the perimeter, but Chief Ed Hargis quickly handed the investigation over to state police.
The police officer didn't have any choice. It was either him or the other guy, and it was just he was a little bigger than the police officer.
For Akey, who's now on the road back to his home in Delaware, it was something he hopes he never has to witness again.
My gut's still turning right now and stuff like that. I mean, it was just, you see this stuff on TV all the time, but you never think it's going to happen to you. You never think you see something like this.
And now to recount from that press conference, the new information, we now know that the person shot by police was an 18-year-old male. His family has not yet been notified, and that is one of the reasons police are not yet releasing his identification. Now, Sergeant Michelle Anaya could not confirm how many shots that officer fired or if there is any type of video recording of the incident, but she does say that if it exists, it will be reviewed by state police. For now, that is the latest here in Portsmouth. We'll have much more on this developing story coming up tonight at 6. Live in Portsmouth, I'm Deanna LeBlanc, 10 on your side.
Our live team coverage continues now with 10 on your side's Joe Fisher, who was one of the first reporters there at the scene.
And Joe, you talked to a lot of people who heard the shots in the parking lot. What else did they tell you?
Well, yeah, Tom and Nicole, neighbors have been coming to and from this crime scene all day long. They just want to know what happened here. We just learned a little bit more, but neighbor after neighbor. Today, they tell me Portsmouth recently isn't a very safe place to be.
And I heard 2 gunshots. And then I came out and I could see a guy laying on the ground in Walmart.
This Portsmouth woman says what she saw in the Walmart parking lot early this morning across from where she lives was shocking.
He had on a white shirt and just blood on his shirt. And it was like 3 people standing there beside him, but it was a lot of police cars out here too.
Dozens of investigators were on scene here along Frederick Boulevard after the shooting at 7:35 this morning. One woman says she was driving on the interstate and knew something serious had happened.
Like 3 more cop cars came. After him, another 4. After him, another 6 to 10. After him, another 4.
Simonique Smith lives in Suffolk, goes to school in Norfolk, and does her shopping here in Portsmouth. Crime, she says, happens everywhere. But to find out a man lost his life, she calls it upsetting.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that, things happen every day. So in this day and time, you can just expect anything to happen.
Deadly force has gained national attention ever since a teenager was shot dead in Ferguson, Missouri. Deadly force used once again here, the second time in Portsmouth in less than a month. Residents hoping an internal investigation will find the officer was justified.
Police officers have a tough enough job. I think sometimes they're forced to do things that they may not want to do.
And the Walmart here closed down for a part of the day. They have since reopened. I did talk with the manager inside the Walmart who said there are cameras outside in the parking lot that face the parking lot, but she would not comment on whether their cameras picked up any of the action earlier this morning. We'll, of course, keep you updated. Live in Portsmouth, Joe Fisher, 10 on your side.